Oh, here we go. Welcome to Watopian Weekly. Welcome to Watopian Weekly. Welcome. We're here to talk about Zwift life and beyond. We're here to talk about what's going on. Welcome to Watopian Weekly. Welcome to Watopian Weekly, Season 5, Episode 18. We're live and hopefully on video. I think everything's working. Yes, it is. Watopian Weekly is a podcast for Zwifters, cyclists, and everyone else. And each week we are here to discuss all things Zwift, life, and beyond. My name is Dustin, and with me, hold on, wait for it. All the way from snowy Michigan, the guy with his unsprung fork that's really sprung, but it's super cool. We gotta talk about that, by the way, Josh. Putting in the miles and the kilometers and coming in with the first place finish. Come on! I didn't mean to bury the lead. Josh, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. I like the bass. Really accentuates your singing ability.
Oh man, well, I appreciate that.
Next time, go a cappella.
Oh, now that's a challenge for sure. Oh, and also we have all the way from the Surrey Hills in England, climbing while he's recording, and huffing and puffing all in the right way. I try to. Okay. It's hard to play bass and sing at the same time. I don't know how the guy from Styx does it, from Rush does it. Geddy Lee. Anyway, I should know that. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. The guy with more wheels in his garage than me, because I don't have a garage. James! Woo! James, how you doing?
Hello. I think I could probably ride up the grade quicker than you did that intro.
Yeah, I think you're right. Definitely right. So we had a bit of a snafu, or not snafu, situation normal. Yes, always. And we were trying to get some things going this morning. I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to make it work, but we did it. So thanks, gentlemen, for showing up. I appreciate it and being here.
Minute.
Yeah, it was last minute because we were more. I thought we were. Yes, it was last minute, but it's okay. The last minute is sometimes the best minute, right? So I got to give a shout out to Twin Six. Oh yeah, woo! Here we go.
Yeah, I dig that shirt.
We're stronger together. That's what it is. It's a Minnesota company, twin6.com. We're not supported by them, but we certainly could be. But one of my favorite t-shirt companies, and they have Minnesota based, and they have a Minnesota t-shirt of the month and everything too, which is this one. And it's about being together, riding bikes, and having fun, and that's what we're doing. So anyway, we got a lot going on this past week and this coming week. Josh, besides your super cool fork, which we should talk about that, and why don't we just jump right in real quick? So you've got a Lauf fork, and people who don't know what a Lauf fork is, Lauf is this, like, it came out in the early, so 2006, 2007, that kind of time period where 29ers were really becoming a thing, and there were lots of different forks out there, but we didn't necessarily have suspension forks at that time. They were coming, but they were expensive, and so then around 2006, you could pretty much get a RockShox Tora or something. But around that time, people were really searching for some suspension to, cut the chatter. But a lot of times, at least around here in the Midwest, in the Middle West, I should say, they had a lot of mountain bikes were like a lot of single speeds and everything, and for 29ers, that is, and single speeds, and with rigid forks, and just because of the weight and everything, because 29ers were still really heavy, lots of wheel flop and everything, and trying to get rid of that. So then they come out, the Lauf fork comes out, and it's like got leaf springs on it, and you can kind of tune it with the size of the leaf springs, and it was like incredible. I wanted one, never got one, but Josh has one. And Josh, how do you like riding that?
For the fat bike.
Yeah, for the fat bike.
Yes, I do have one. I have one ride on it so far, and it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's not like true suspension, right? But it does take out a lot of the road chatter, or like the chatter. So
yeah,
I definitely like it for that reason. I think it's probably better for like a mountain bike fat bike setup as opposed to like in the snow. I'd probably switch back to the rigid fork for snow, but for the mountain bike fat setup, I definitely think it's going to be cool for that. I have tried one of my buddies OG True Grit with the gravel fork, and that thing is super sweet. Also takes a lot of the chatter out of riding, and highly recommend it. I mean, they're expensive bikes, right? But it's a pretty reasonable price point for the package that you get for Lauf bikes.
Man, they're awesome.
An Icelandic company, which is interesting because you don't really see too much.
A friend of the podcast, Chase Wark, he's an Lauf sponsored athlete, and he's actually getting ready for they're doing that ride in Arizona. I can't remember which one it is. One of the big gravel races is coming up. But anyway, but he's and seeing his bike in person is incredible. Like, it's just so cool. And there's a couple people that have them around here, and they look awesome. And we'll get to my gravel rig in a second, but because I have some news. But continue, Josh. What have you been doing this week, man?
Oh man, so I've been sticking to the Coach Cat plan for the most part.
Yeah.
But filling in, races, which, Coach Cat himself says like racing on Zwift is not exactly conducive to like longer rides, right? I mean, obviously if you're doing a 100-mile like race, doing a, hour and 15-minute Zwift race is not like gonna really set you up for success for outdoor season. But anyway, been doing a fair amount of zone 2. Did 4 hours of zone 2 sweet spot.
That's incredible.
On Friday. It was as boring as it sounds. So like 86 miles of just boredom, different pacer bots. But I did unlock the level 5 Crocs, so now I can buy the specialized Halo bike.
Nice job.
But I still need 6.5 million drops, so it's gonna be a while.
So Josh needs all the ride-ons he can get. If you see Josh out there, please give him a ride-on. And if it's uphill, yes, even more better, because it gets you get a couple more drops. I think it's a multiplier on that. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. 4 hours of zone 2.
Yeah, it was boring. But onto the more interesting stuff. So we had last week of ZRL, and we did the stupid box hill twice, which I hated every minute of it. And then BCAT, honestly, I was glad to do box hill twice as opposed to what was C doing?
Leith Hill.
Yeah, Leith Hill. Yeah, even doing Leith Hill once, I would rather just do box hill twice, honestly.
Same.
So I was okay with the route, but race kind of broke apart as you would expect. On the first box hill, I think we only had a group of like 10 or so in the front, 10 to 12 in the front out of, I think, 40-ish in the pen. Going over the second box hill, but we did have like three coalition riders with us, so we had like 3 finish pretty high up there as well. But no one really pressed over the crest of the second box hill, like after that KOM, that like small little kicker.
Yes.
No one really pressed up the escalator, which is great for me because I don't have the long power to compete with stuff like that. So we no one really sprinted until 300 meters left, and then I was confident then and took the win, second CRL win this season.
Yeah,
so
that is awesome. And we I think I posted, or I mentioned it in our chat, and we'll definitely have to post the link there. But it's about 53 minutes in. And just watch it from there to the end is perfect. It was well executed, Josh. Well executed.
Yeah.
And I was
I was really really happy with that. I mean, it's always like a really nice goal to win like a ZRL race, and then to win 2 this season is kind of unexpected, but pretty cool.
It was awesome. And we have a I was watching the stream, and and I'm at work watching the stream, and then I was like, I had to with the volume down, of course, because it just sounds weird at work. But then as we're I had to leave, or I had to drive home, and in that time, that's when you won. But I was like on a media blackout. I was like, I didn't want to hear anything, and I got home and checked the Discord, and then like I'm watching all the chatter. I'm like, I got to turn this on. So then I watched the replay. Thankfully, thanks for putting that up there, Josh. That was awesome.
Yeah,
absolutely incredible.
It is kind of cool that we had because Ashley streams, Jay streams on our team, so we have like 3 different points of view, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, that was super cool to see that, because I did jump around too, and that was nice. Yeah. And Ashley Smashley was talking about there's something, the way you guys can like do it together or something, or I don't know, combine the streams.
Yeah,
as long as you don't cross the streams.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. What? It's from Ghostbusters, man. Wait. Yeah, it'll blow up.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Yes. But yes, there is a way that you could do that. So I think you can share each other's videos on each other's channel. So I think that's one thing that we can do, which is interesting, I guess. But I'm a little gray on how to do that, but I'm just following Ashley's directions.
Yeah, and shout out to Smashley, by the way. She's doing 24 hours of old Pueblo right now, and that's a super hard mountain bike race for 24 hours. So way to go, Smashley. That's awesome. I can't wait to hear about it. I was watching her Strava, or checking it out when it's popping up on Strava. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so fast. Way to go.
Yeah. No, thank you. But
she's putting in the work though. It's fantastic. So good for her.
And then, so the other race I did this week was we had one ladder race against Fury Rhinos, I think it was. And we lost like 30-25 or something like that. But I don't think the score really told the story of the shellacking that we did get, because we were like never really in control of the entire race. And I mean, it was we did was it 5-6 laps of Castle Crit, which I love that course.
Man,
it's
you and I we were warming up at the same time. And I sent you a message. I was like, oh, that one is like the worst one for me. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I love that course. I don't like the steep downhills that it does have, but the punchy hills, like, I do like that. But yeah, we were never in control the entire race, just always playing, like chasing, and it just was an all-around disaster. But they have quite a well-rounded group, and we just didn't really we couldn't attack, we couldn't really do anything the entire time other than try to bridge and catch and chase. So sounds
a lot like what happened to me, but we'll talk about that in a second. Well, speaking of riding, man, James is working hard here. This is awesome. Audio listeners that are listening, you're missing the splendor of James in his garage. And I'm glad this isn't in smell-o-vision. I'm just imagining. But James, you look good, man. You're doing it.
Yeah, I haven't got my fan on, which is starting to
Oh
bite.
no! Oh man, you sacrificed the sound quality. Oh man, what a guy! What a guy! All right, well,
That's
Yeah,
bold.
I say after the criticism of clicking last week, I thought I can't minimise the noise. So
we did have some clicking that got picked up a little bit. That's okay. That happens. That happens.
so I've lubed the chain
Yeah,
and I've turned my
what?
fan off just to try and deaden some of the background noise.
Oh, you
Well,
blew
I
up
don't.
your
Yeah,
chain.
I don't
blow
hear
up?
anything. So.
Yeah, I don't hear your chain. Yeah.
No, I'm not going very fast at the moment. That's why.
but so why don't you tell everybody what you're doing? You're in a climb portal. Which one are you doing?
Yeah, I'm in the Norwegian one, so Trollstein. And how far am I? I am coming up to 40% into it. So
Okay.
I'm doing this because I stupidly said I'd do the Mat Lad or the Mad Lad challenge, and I set myself the Sapphire scale, which is 2,100 meters of climbing every day for the 9 days of the FRR World Tour.
Wow.
Everyone else is doing it, because there's a few people doing it, are doing far more sensible distances. And already on day 2, I'm starting to regret my decision, if that makes sense.
Isn't that that's more than how many meters are climbing a day?
2,100. Extra, it varies. So today, it works out about 1,400 more than the stage.
Yeah, and for reference, Alp is just a touch over 1,000 meters.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So one of the challenges is getting a bang for your buck on your climbing. Mm-hmm. So yesterday I did 7 ascents of O'Hillno, 6 before the stage and 1 after, and we had Box Hill, which is a very popular climb this week in different races. Yeah. And unsurprisingly, I got dropped about 30% into the first time at Box Hill because I'd had over 2 hours of riding in my legs, and I was like, so it was a bit of a shame, but unfortunately,
I was going to ask: is pretty much like the actual race goal, just complete and get under the cut time, pretty much.
Not, I'm not even that fussed about the cut time, actually, Josh. Because
I wouldn't be either, so like I wouldn't even be close. So
I think the challenge is most other days I'm trying to get the stage in first and do the climbing later in the day.
Right.
But just with stuff going on at home and things around, I've had to flip these 2 around. So a lot more climbing before the actual stage. So that does sort of knock your chances of doing all right. But then again, there's lots of climbing in this tour. So I was always going to be at the back. So no change there. However, we had the DRL on Tuesday. Slightly different tactic to what Josh had in my race. So obviously I'm not a climber. So the view was try and use your strengths. So I went early. I went after 1.5 kilometers. Wow. And tried to TT away, get a big enough gap, and then hold on for dear life up the climb. And we were also doing Leap Hill once. Because similar to Josh, I'd probably like to have done Box Hill twice.
Right.
It's not as long.
Yeah.
So, and I'm better over shorter, punchy climbs to hold on. So I'd 2 reasons for it. One, I thought if we just get to the climb with all the right climbers, they're just going to ride off into the distance. Mm-hmm. And 2, I thought and talked with the team about, well, if I go, that will at some point force the other team to chase and can sit and get some draft and hopefully knacker some of their riders out.
Right.
And that sort of worked. So I targeted that I felt I needed a minute to have a chance. I ended up getting to the bottom of the climb. I had 40 seconds on 2 riders behind me, about 1 minute and 20 to the rest of the main group. Surprisingly, ran into a brick wall up Leaf Hill. And one of the riders just behind me was a BMTR rider, I think it was, 2D. She absolutely flew up the hill. Went past me just before the start of the Leaf Hill segment start.
Oh, man.
And I was in touching distance up to the last 200 meters. She's about 30 seconds ahead. And I thought, I'm significantly heavier than her. I should be able to catch her on the downhill.
Right.
And that last 200 meters felt like it took about an hour. I pop her legs just stopped. And she put 20 seconds into me on that. So fair play to her. Brilliant race from her. She went away and won. And I managed to hold on for second place. And then both Jen and Holly in our team absolutely flew up the climb and finished in the top 10 as well. So brilliant effort from Coalition Awakening. But afterwards, I was very much of the view of, she just sat in and seen what happened on the climb. But I did set a 20-minute PB for
nice
for about 90 days. That was
FTP bump too.
No, actually, it was a 3:42 I set, but my FTP at the moment is 3:45, so not quite close enough. But second, take that. But it was a hard way to do it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. Well, I mean, good work. So, did you? What place did you end up then at the very end?
So I finished second. Team finished second. So really good result. We're really pleased. I think pleased with that.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
The mix of the team really set up. So the ladies absolutely stormed away. So that was really nice to see, and they did really well. So very pleased with them. Wish I was on their tail actually, and they could have pulled me up for a change.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. Then we had a ladder race on Wednesday against her that we on paper weren't supposed to win, and we didn't. But we actually gave them.
Oh man, he held me in suspense.
Yeah, I thought for sure. Oh, there we go. No,
but to be fair, we did actually really well. Stephen in my team took the win on the race, and we had 3 in the front group and they had 4. Just didn't quite nail the sprint, which was a bit of a shame because we needed to be sort of top 4 with all of us to really make a difference. But interestingly, we've had a couple of articles come out on our club webpage. One of them's been written by our ladder vice captain, talking about how you prepare for a race. And he'd written about sort of doing a bit of prep, making sure you know what course you're on, where you're going, where the key points are. I thought we were doing a completely different course in Watopia. So we were doing the Southern Cruise. Now, in my head, I had that route starting in almost on that front bit, the Tempest Puget course, and then going into the coastline. But what it is, which hindsight should look, you start in the Pens at the bottom of the grade, you go back along the coastline, turn around and come back again.
Yeah.
So I was expecting a nice 10k flat, easy drag, sort of slide along, and I was like, well, I actually don't know where we're going. So mental note to listeners and viewers: if you're doing a race, do actually check to see what course you're doing.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah,
and check the rules. I
yes.
can't say I haven't joined a random Zwift race thinking it was a scratch weight race when it was actually one of the rare points races.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, and it's always interesting in scratch races, especially in ZRL, when people are definitely like going for segments, and like, you don't have to go for the segment, it's just a scratch race. Keep everyone together. It's all work together. Yeah. Then the last K, then blow it up. And James, great job doing that all while still climbing, man, and with no fan. Oh my gosh, you're incredible.
Yeah,
keep it up, dude.
Yeah, respect, because that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, stupid. I think like the whole decision to do this is stupid, and I'd definitely be not be an ambassador for this stupid challenge. And we're only on day 2.
Right. Well, I have
7 days.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to Freddie S though, over in Switzerland, because he got the shirt already because he did the challenge last time. So good job, Freddie. It's awesome. You can see it on the Watopian Weekly the server, the Discord server. That was awesome. So congratulations. Well, for me, I would say that I didn't do ZRL like we were talking about, so that was fun to watch and listen to everybody just go straight up that hill. That was awesome. And I think you're right. I definitely would have been okay on Box Hill twice, but Lathe Hill once is tough, man. I haven't done it for a while, but that was definitely tough. For us, I've been doing a lot of training as well, but I'm at the end of this block, and I'm going to be setting up for a gravel ride block here soon. So I'm going to do a hilly gravel plan, and also some sweet spot building. So trying to build that engine, getting bigger, with that and stuff. And I'm doing better. I feel better when I'm like, I don't feel completely just wasted after rides now. So. So things are going well. They're going in the right direction for me. I feel like, even though I don't feel like I'm, I don't know. I'm not maybe as fast, but, I know I'm faster, and I know my limits better, I guess, if that makes sense. Cause before I would just like go until I couldn't, but now I know where I can go, and I know if I can go past it or not. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make sense, but I can go faster now, I think. Even though my results might not say that, because we had a coalition Vexus against the herd of flying chupacabras on on Thursday night for ladder, and we were on the New York crit course. There's my dog going crazy. I'm sure you can hear her. My goodness, there must be a squirrel or something outside. The squirrels, shouldn't they be hibernating anyway? But we were up against the herd of flying chupacabras, and they are way stronger than us. Way stronger than us. So like every attack we set out.
Did it not go well?
It did not go well. So that we were like, when I was looking at the matchups and everything beforehand, I'm like, oh my gosh, we are going to be. This is going to be really hard to pull off if we can do it. But it's like maybe they have, I don't know, who knows? Somebody could be having an off day, right? And so I did what James was talking about, like researching the course and stuff, because this is the New York crit course that I have never done before. It's new, right? It's brand new, and so it's a new New York crit course. And so I'd never done it, and we were looking at talking about where to attack and stuff, and it was like kind of after the pens, there's a slight rise, and that rise got hard because we did this six laps of that. So that was
Times Square circuit, or
that's it. I think that's it. It's pretty much flat except for that one section, and it's like 700 meters long. That's it. So you just gotta go hard up there, and we were like, okay, this is where we're gonna have to attack. And we got to the fifth lap, and we were chasing down attacks, which I felt good about that. We were able to do that, but we were outmatched. I mean, we were all like gold, I think, and they were amethyst, but they were way below us on the ladder, or maybe they were. What's the purple one? Is that amethyst?
Yeah, amethyst.
So they're definitely ranked higher than us, but we were, but we were higher on the ladder. Anyway, long story short, it comes down to the fifth one, and we're trying to drop their riders and everything, and it turns out they were just toying with us, and then they just all took off. And I mean, when they have like almost everybody on the team had 4-digit sprints versus my 205, they left us in the dust. And but we had two people go with them, so shout out to Chris and I can't remember who else went up there. But I finished I think last or second to last. So so it was very hard. It was I was ninth. I think I was ninth. So I tried.
That's a rough go when in ladder, like I consider stretch races to be like, hey, everyone's at least like a rank or two above you, but when you start getting into everyone is like 2 to 3 ranks above you, then it's like, all right, it's not really any longer a stretch race. It's just like a shelling.
It was rough, and we held on for a long time, and we put in our attacks and everything, and we thought we had a couple of them popped, but the one guy we were trying to drop their sprinter because we knew he was gonna just drop a huge WAP bomb, and so we were trying to drop him, and it just did not work out. Instead, though, but I mean, we survived. We survived to the second to last one, so that was good. But and we do have to give a shout out to Daniel, who's listening to this on his way on a 7-hour car trip. So I hope you and your family are having fun, Daniel. Thanks for listening. Also, shout out to Gina. Gina couldn't make it because she's on her way to Germany. Man, it's crazy. I don't know if she's going by bike. We didn't ask. But so hopefully she's having a good time. And shout out to Paul too. He couldn't make it today, but he'll be on sometime soon and working on some other stuff too. But I also we talked about snow tubing last week. I survived. Everyone survived. Nobody got hurt. It did make me a little nervous when I'm checking in at the snow tubing place and they're like, "Well, helmets are available downstairs." And I'm like, "Helmets? We need helmets for this?" And I was like, maybe I should get a helmet. And because I was with my daughter, my wife, or the lady I live with who smells so nice, and my daughter. We were all gonna go together, and I thought it was gonna be like one at a time when you go snow tubing, which you can do that, or you can tie all your tubes together and then go down as one giant big like thing, which is my wife and daughter were a little too scared, so I'm like, all right, let's all go together. But then I was like, wait a second, that will make us heavier as we go down the hill, and we're going to just blaze through this thing, and that's pretty much what happened. So there was
you didn't crash though?
No, we did not crash, which thankfully, because the sides, it's like a luge. I mean, you're like in this channel, and like everything is basically, at this point, it was basically ice. And but there's like these channels here on the side that are hard, and you have to not hit those. So I'm like, scrunch up on your tube, So anyway, we get on the tube, and of course. We get in everyone's facing the right direction. We're going downhill, and then somehow we start twisting as we're going down, and then my wife and daughter are going backwards down the hill, which I don't mind. I'll be fine if I go backwards, but she's just like, the whole way down. And all right, so we got to go up a couple times, or we got to go a few times down the hill, and on their last one is when we topped out the most. I think the ice started to form more because it was a little bit later in the day. Anyway, we topped out at 36 miles per hour going down.
Dang.
And that was
you put this on Strava?
I did put it on Strava, yeah. Which it said that I burned like 1,000 calories or something like that. I didn't, because it was when you walk up the hill, it's a treadmill, so it just takes you up the hill automatically, so it doesn't, Anyway, but it was awesome. 36 miles an hour, and when we're going down the hill, there's you go down, and then there's like a flat part, and then you go down again. And when you'd hit the flat part, we're G'ing out a little, and then going down. It was awesome. Yeah.
You might have burned 1,000 calories just by your clutching your bum cheeks because you were so scared you're going to poop yourself.
Yes, you actually might be right, because it was awesome. So I would definitely do it again. It was scary, but I would totally do it again. I don't know though if because right now, I mean, we're sitting in the 50s. I rode my bike yesterday outside, and it was and James, you wouldn't have gone, because it would have your bike would have gotten way too dirty. I'll have to post a picture.
Can't be having that.
Can't have a dirty bike, but man, it was. We were gonna go. Shout out to my friend Glenn, and I talked him into riding because he was gonna ride, do some road riding. I'm like, yeah, let's do some road riding. And then like, well, let's check the gravel, see what the gravel's like. So we rode over to our local gravel test loop. And man, it was fine at the beginning. Like, this is good, this is fine. And then we did this climb, and it was okay. It was soft, but it was in the sun, so it wasn't so bad. Get to the pavement, and then the downhill, which is part of the USA Cycling Gravel Nationals. But they went up that, and we're going down. We went down it because we thought it would be too wet on the way down, and way up, and we would not have passed it. It would have been impossible to go up it. So when we went down it, it was fine, but it got really muddy, and then we forgot about one part that was just completely shaded. There was ice and everything and snow, and we were like, I'm like,
yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, it was, and as Josh noted, because I did post a picture, I left my road pedals on, because I wasn't thinking, first off, and because I thought we were going to go for a road ride, but then we decided to go gravel ride, and my G29 is not finished yet, which I'll talk about that in a second. But so I rode my Damani with the gravel tires on it, and man, it was filthy, but it survived, and everything was good. I had enough traction. I didn't feel too scared.
What's your tire setup on the Damani?
So
Can you
on
fit
the Damani
40s in there?
Yeah, I've got a 40 in the front, and I've got a 38 in the back. So the 38 was a little sketchy, but I was like, I had to go fast.
It officially fits 38, right?
Right. Yeah.
But,
so
yeah,
I'm maxed out on in the front 40 is pushing it. But yeah, I can fit a 40 in the back, but if it's just a little too close, and it's with the amount of mud that we would have had, I would have been cleaning it out, it would have been gross. But yeah, I was completely the bike was, I had to wash my bike and everything, in the freezing cold. Well, it wasn't that bad. It was only in the 50s. But okay, G29 update. My gravel monster is coming along. I took it to the bike shop, and I'm like getting all my stuff because I couldn't get my crank off, and that's not a euphemism for anything. But I had to have my crank popped professionally. That's not a euphemism for anything either. But anyway, so as I'm getting my crank popped, we're getting this. We get the bottom bracket out and everything too. Because I'm like, you might as well pull that out since you got the tools here, and I don't know if I have the tools at home or not. So Eric at Smith's Bikes did that for me. Shout out to Eric. And just name dropping everything. Jeez. But anyway, he was as he's putting the stuff on there, and he's like, oh, he looks at the crank. He's like, oh, he got we had the wrong crank compatibility issue. So which I'm glad I brought it in because
what exactly was the compatibility issue? Is it just because it's an older bike?
So an older frame. So my frame can most take it could take a 38, and a 40 is going to be really, really close. And I'm worried about the flex in the frame, about that, just grinding away the chainstay. So, or getting some chain suck or something and, just ruining it. So I also worry that if it was a 40, we're going to have to space it out too far and the line might not be, optimal, so the chain line. So,
yeah.
So ended up with, I can't remember the whole deal.
It does.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I just accidentally ripped off my computer cord, so I can't see anything.
Oh
no! 1 second.
Okay. Well, while Josh is fixing that, James, let's update everybody where you're at. Are you done with the climb yet?
No, we're 576 meters in. One thing I did forget to mention was obviously Friday was the last round of racing in the FRR Super 6 Series.
Right.
So we had a points race around Buckley Inn in Scotland, which, from my perspective, was horrendous. Got proper beaten up, but that's the second time after Saturday Scotland managed to beat me up twice, if we look at the rugby results. And a good race. Buckley Inn is a great course.
Yeah, but, I like that one.
I was doing sprinting, so the sprints were the breakaway bray, forward and reverse. So it's not exactly a flat sprint, and it's not exactly short. So
I'm good.
And then the climbs were the scare either way with the wild card. First 5 across the line on the Clyde kicker. So in our race in the Gamma in Europe, Coalition Newman, I think we finished second. I got second and third on the sprints. Bryce did really well. Big shout out to him. He got third across the line, and Carl in our team won the wild card. So we picked up some really good points. But I'd also have a shout out to Niels in our beta squad for getting some TV time after moaning about not being on the stream last week. And I think he definitely scored. He won the wild card in his race. I think he went early in the sprint. I haven't quite got to there and watching the stream back. But no, well done to him. But congratulations to everyone who took part. It's now playoffs in a couple of weeks. So we'll look forward to hopefully getting some teams out and qualifying for the final. And well done to any of the teams who got to the final. And let's see how it goes. And hopefully we can build on the series for next year. And I'm on a really steep bit of this climb. We're up to 9%.
All right, well, I was going to ask you some more questions about FRR while you're at it.
You can do. Just give me a chance to have a breath.
No, that's awesome, man. And I definitely want to get to that. Maybe this summer I could do the FRR stuff, or the Super 6. Will there be another series going up this summer, do you think?
No, it'll be October. So there's some events going on through the summer. We can post them in the Discord channel.
Sure. Yeah, because I always have my Fridays are busy. I mean, I don't really have I'm not doing anything fun. I'm usually working. But anyway. But that happens. I know. I need to find a different time slot or just get up earlier. It's hard to do though. But anyway.
There is talk of potentially changing the day, so it might become much more available to you.
Yeah, that might be okay.
watch this space, and when it's all brought forward, let's maybe get Rich on the podcast and have a chat about it.
And speaking of people that we need to get on the podcast, we were going to get let's go on to some of our main talking points, because DRS is coming in, and we're going to get these guys back on the podcast. But DirtRacingSeries.com, check it out. That's where the newest thing. They've updated the website. The times are listed there. I think I'm doing the 1930 time. I believe that's USA East 1930. Is that right, Josh? Is that what we usually will be?
Yeah,
I think
that's
so.
usually typically what we do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and if you don't know about the Dirt Racing Series, they use the Velo Score, which shout out to Tim Hansen, by the way, too, because he just recently updated the whole Z-Wrap thing. So we're at a Velo 2.0, I believe, right now. So it's awesome, even more better than before. And that's correct grammar, I believe. And then
even more better.
Even more better. Now even more better. Yeah. That should be a tagline. Now even more better with extra cheese. So the Dirt Racing, though, is going to be on the 3rd of March all the way through the 31st. So it's only 4 weeks long. So you got to make sure that you get in there, sign up, and everything. It's going to be awesome. This is series number 11 for them, which I've only done, I think I've done maybe 2, because for a while they were competing against ZRL, but then I think they see their window more as like a
complement.
To complement it, or like during the interim things of rounds of ZRL, which is perfect because we all need something to do on Tuesdays. I know I have that time blocked off. I have no idea what's on TV on Tuesday nights because I'm always on my bike. So I don't know if I'm missing something. Is the Big Bang Theory still a thing? I don't know. But I don't know if that's still on TV. Anyway, so but this is going to be awesome. It's so cool. The roadbook has not been revealed yet that I have seen. Oh yeah, wait, it is. But it is.
Please tell me we don't go up Box Hill or Leaf Hill at any stage in the.
Nope, and it's kind of cool because we're gonna have there's 6 stages, but the first stage is gonna be Downtown Titans, which we've done that one, and then the next week is the Greenway, which that one's a team time race. So it's like a time trial, but everyone's together and they start together. Then race 1 was a points, and then race 2 is a team time trial race, and then race 3 is going to be the Three Musketeers, which I don't even have that badge yet, so I need to actually do that one. That's on the
is that points or scratch?
That one's a points race, and that one's going to be on the 17th. And the cool thing about DRS, by the way, is they let you know when what parts are in play, so you don't have to necessarily go for all of them.
Good, because there's like 11 sprints on that frigging course.
Yeah. So it might be one of those things where it's like every other one or something like that. And then
just do them all. Let's kill everyone. Yeah.
Going for FAL.
Yeah, exactly. Hold my bottle. Here we go. And then stage 4 is the points race on Octoban. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Which Octoban, I also don't have that one, so I need to. I'm not going to do that. I'll wait to get that.
Everyone's favorite 20-minute FTP test.
Yeah,
Octoban.
That's gonna be something else, man.
I'm gonna be doing my hair that night.
James is training.
He's doing it right now. Yeah. And then the last one on March 31st. This is I both like and dislike these kind of things where they're back to back because you really have to measure your effort.
They're good.
You have an ITT on the Village Loop, or the 2 Village Loop in McCurry Islands on the 31st of March. And then after that, it's the Scotland Smash, which is a points race. So that's going to be fun. I don't know. I have such a hard time. I go hard on all of them, which I probably shouldn't. And I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
You give it the beans.
You got to. If this series goes to 11, man, you got it. What would Nigel Tufnell do? He would go to 11.
So I'm looking at the stage 5, 2 Village Loop. Like the sprint segments are we got country sprint and village sprint. Those are 130 meters and 140 meters respectively. So you can smash those and still recover.
Well, and Scotland Smash is only 15 kilometers, so
only
It's only 15
Yeah,
kilometers. I mean, that's
and those sprints are just like breakaway break, Clyde kicker, champion sprint. So we're not talking about.
man.
I mean, breakaway bray is a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
it's not like we're talking about a minute long sprints. These will all be under 45 seconds.
Let's talk about the what about the Clyde kicker? Wait, that one's in there too, right? Yeah, Clyde kicker on the second time, that one's in play. So the Clyde kicker, when we're going up the Clyde kicker, where do you hit your power up, Josh and James? Where do you hit it on the beginning part, the flat part, or the last ramp?
If I have a feather, I'm hitting it like probably a quarter of the way through, because by the time the segment finishes, that's about where the power up will be used.
Yeah,
fully anyway. So,
yeah.
What are we going for, FTS or FOL? That
Either.
all depends.
Oh, really?
FTS.
Yeah.
FTS.
Yeah, because you'd be using my power ups just on the segment for FTS. There's FAL. Probably hold it a little bit and go just as we kick off the plateau bit onto the final climb. But if you've got a aero, I'd be looking to punch that just at the top, or use it earlier before we start really climbing.
Yep.
Yeah, and then really go for it. Yeah, so I'm about the same. I don't know. I usually just like right before we start going up the second time. So I see a lot of people that use it right away on that first little part, and then they run out of power up by the time they get up there. So
run out of power.
Run out of power up. Yeah, run out of power. Never. Yeah, it's all power. Oh man. Yeah. Well, this is gonna be awesome. I love DRS, and I remember I was kind of I wasn't awakened to the amount of awesomeness that it was until whenever it was, last summer or the summer before, and that was so cool. So now and we've got the club championships coming up too, so everybody watch out for that. That's coming up soon. We'll see what happens with that one too. No spoilers just yet, but James, there should be a live stream somewhere which we'll have to talk about. I don't know. We're gonna go head to head, I guess, or should we work together? We could work together.
Nah.
Well,
nah. I ain't working with anyone.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, you could work together for a little bit. Well, but James, maybe you and I can make an alliance, because we would be racing in the same category unless you cat up.
Yeah, James is like, hold on to my beer. I'm gonna blow this party up.
Well, no, I was gonna say, Josh, do you think it's rude if I turn around and say he's got to keep up with me first?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
Hey,
see what you're going. I see where you're going.
You gotta now.
You got to up your game, man.
Okay, man. You're right. I'll tell you what. We'll, if you're struggling, I'll just drop you. All right. How's that sound?
That's fine. Yeah. No quarter given, Dustin.
No. No way. I'd come back for you, James.
Dustin, I want to see you just like mess with everyone and just like go full gas out of the pen for no reason.
I will do that. I will do that 100% because I don't know why, but
204 watts.
204 watts. Right out of the gate. I will be there, and that will last for 15 seconds, all right? I'm going to get it maybe up to 20 by then, but that extra 5 seconds, that's hard. But
nobody needs to know what happens at the end if you can clip the stream just to show you smashing everyone in.
I'll just put up a thing that says technical difficulties. Please stand by. Yeah. Oh man. Well, so now I was riding around Zwift the other day, and there was somebody who was posting about how different pros that are riding, and in the chat and I was thinking about this. It's cool to see other pros riding. I mean, maybe you live in different parts of the world, like in Mallorca or something, where you see actual people. Pros riding, or Slovenia, and you see Tadej Pogačar, just hanging out at a cafe after he does 1,000 watts or something. Which is incredible, and that would be so cool. And then I was started to think about, like, do we know if there's any famous people on Zwift? I know James is on there, and Josh is on there. Yeah, yes, yeah. Like, do we know anybody that's on there? And so I'm putting out a query out to anybody if you are famous and would like to be recognized, or or hidden on Zwift, send us a message. It would just be interesting. Or if you want to come on the podcast and talk about being famous, I guess too. I don't know. It might. Who knows? We might see Bono from U2. I bet you he probably Zwifts. You don't think?
He probably does. I think
there's quite a few people who do, doesn't there? They're sort of not just sporting people.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's amazing. I know there's a lot of people that,
non-professional athletes. You mean?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, no offense to us, but we're not professional athletes. We're just
speak for yourself, man.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm quitting my job and I'm doing this full time.
Well, you should. I encourage you. I encourage you to do that.
Do you think I'm doing this for fun, Dustin?
Yeah. Sweating in my basement or my garage.
He's getting paid like 100 pounds a minute.
Be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice, man. And then even to cover your Zwift subscription would be awesome, man. Well, I don't know. I was curious. I wondered if we knew anybody, but I don't know anybody.
I don't.
Yeah, we have to.
Sadly.
Yeah. So if you are famous or know of some famous people, send us a message. It might be interesting to find out that Bono from U2 is on there. Who knows? But well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for listening to this podcast this week, and thank you for for listening this week, every other week, and whenever we do get a chance.
Let James turn back on his fan.
Yeah, we're gonna turn it off so James can turn his fan back on because he's sweating. He is sweating. Oh man, that kit looks good, dude. I think I want to get one of those. But all right, well,
I can send you this one after. I can send you this one after today without washing it.
That'll be stopped at. That'll be stopped at customs because it'll be too wet. Yeah. Oh man. Well, thank you everybody, and send us a message on Discord or an email WatopianWeekly@gmail.com, and someone will get back to you within 2 to 3 weeks. And especially if you're a famous person, go right ahead. But we want to hear from everybody, not just the famous people. So thanks for that, everybody, and have a great week. We'll see you in Watopia. Yeah, there we go. All right. Base for the win.